Hi, what is up, everyone? Welcome back again to another episode of Coin News Sessions with Jolo. And this is a podcast where we play around random words and coin them into a deeper and sensible meaning. Hello, you guys, and we are back to our monthly sessions. It's gonna be another new episode on the last day of the month. Parang napapadalas yung ano natin. Pero I can recall last episode, I said that August was a one hell of a month. But apparently, September was more devastating one. Grabe. I don't even know how to describe it. Well, September is supposed to be it is my birth month. And supposed to be, it's gonna be happy, fun, ganyan. But as you know, just a couple of weeks ago, on the 5th of September, it is the month my dad passed away as well. So, it's a tough one. But I can also remember on my last episode, which is dedicated to my dad, by the way, because he was requesting it. I said there that nevertheless, life goes on, and no matter what life throws at you, keep on fighting. Yeah, so it just so happens na totoo pala talaga yung pain demands to be felt. And I still feel it up to now. But they say nga na the pain will always be there. Diba? And it's how we live with it na lang talaga. Yeah, but anywho, I don't want you to be sad right now, and kaya let's just move forward now to our session. And I'll be flying solo muna for the meantime. So, still having a hard time in interacting pa with other people after everything. But yeah, now let's just talk about the word of the day. All right, guys? So our word of the day is determine. Yan, determine, guys. Determine. Sa Tagalog, matukoy or matiyak. Diba? And if we are going to define determine in English, it means having reached a decision or firmly resolved or to settle, sabi ni Merriam-Webster. Right? So, to come into a conclusion. But I found a strong definition of determine. It says that it's having a strong feeling that you are going to do something and that you will not allow anyone or anything to stop you. 'Di ba? Sobrang walang makakapigil. Right? And from the word determine, the two words that we are coining are gonna be detour from determine, no? Determine, detour, which means another route, diba? To avoid something. Detour means to avoid something or diba lilipat ng our alternative way. And from detour, mean, which means yung mean, parang mean girl. Ayan, mean girl or bad. Diba? Kasi diba, in life naman, no matter how determined we are with the way we do, the way we think, the way we live, or the way we whatever, there will always be a time na we will all experience a mean detour. Diba? Parang pangit ng detour na to, ang patandaanan na to. Diba? One way or another, we're gonna experience that detour in our lives. And sometimes we might like it. Sometimes we won't. And just like with what happened to our family, diba? We are actually determined. 2020 was okay. It was great. Walang nawalan ng trabaho sa amin. Everyone good health. Lahat naman masaya and everything. May nakakapag-provide naman sa pagkain, sa gamot ng parents kahit papano. So, 2020 was fun. It was great. And we thought 2020 will be better. We thought that kayang-kayang lampasan tong 2021, diba? As a family. We have our plans, we have our own goals for this year, but apparently, as I mentioned nga earlier, they're not gonna happen anymore. And it's like we are going to Makati, but it's traffic sa EDSA. So we have to find another route, 'di ba? And sometimes mas traffic pa pala, 'di ba? Ganun ang detour. Parang ano ba 'to, 'di ba? Actually, detours are good things that often feels bad. That's what they say. And detours come in many different shapes and sizes, but all of them share one thing in common. And that is we don't see them coming. All those detours. 'Di ba minsan you're on your way to a certain place and then biglang may ginagawa palang kalsada or may mga renovation pala ng mga houses or ng mga roads mismo. 'Di ba? So we get frustrated by it. And kasi we're not used to it, eh, 'di ba? We feel uncomfortable towards it. 'Di ba? Ang daming roadworks, ano ba 'yan? Ang daming mga detours na bakit ganun kung kailan election, de joke lang. But having these detours na na-experience ko, they made me realize this, let's say, three things. Number one, if not because of the roadworks or not because of those closed roads, we are not gonna discover new routes, 'di ba? We will not be able to discover new direction. Hindi lang one direction ngayon. So nadagdagan na yung direction mo, 'di ba? So you will be able to find new directions. And number two, it made me realize that it can expand our options. It made me know more about the place, about the location, about the area, about the vicinity. Diba? It expands our options, our knowledge as well. So we see a bigger picture. We are now open. And we are now parang more on outside of the box. We're out of our comfort zone. And lastly, number three, it made me realize that there is a reason why God did not allow us to be there. Diba? Sometimes detours are God's way of redirecting us towards Him. In fact, He is protecting us. But from what? From what? From possible dangers that can harm us. Sinabi sa Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Diba? For I know the plans I have for you, but plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Diba ang ganda nung verse na yon? Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Imaginein mo na lang if wala yung sign, yung stop sign or detour sign or go to the other side sign, edi napadaan ka sa mga lubak-lubak. Or malay mo, nahulugan ka pa ng mga debris from condominiums na ginagawa or nahulog ka sa bangin. 'Di ba? So, detours make us see God more. Detours make us understand His characteristics. He allows us to feel His unconditional love deeper. Diba? Maybe kaya tayo pinag-detour, kaya inalaw ni God na dumaan tayo sa ibang daanan, maybe because we are not prepared for it. Kung dadaan ka ba sa lubak-lubak na lugar, tapos naka-tricycle ka, carry mo, di ba? Parang hindi, di ba? So, unless naka 4x4 ka, di ba? Or naka malaking car ka, so talagang kakayanin mo yun. Pero sometimes, you're not prepared for it. Diba? Detours nga are they just caught us off guard. So we have to be more patient. Minsan malayo yung detour pero mapupuntahan mo pa rin yung destination na gusto mong puntahan, 'di ba? Kaso long cut nga lang, 'di ba? Or minsan pwedeng shortcut, 'di ba? Hindi mo alam. So madami pa daw tayong pwedeng intindihin or madami pa tayong pwedeng daanan. To be frank, God is testing our faith and patience. This is what I believe. Every time na I'm determined to go this way, and then may biglang aberya or something happens along that way na very sketchy or dangerous, and then God would lead me to go somewhere else. That's God testing our faith if you're going to trust Him, and if you're going to be a little bit more patient with what He is trying to show us. 'Di ba? Hindi lang naman yan sa mga direction na pupuntahan. Sometimes it's with the decisions that we are making every day. 'Di ba? Minsan may mga plano ka na, 'di ba? May plano kang mag-beach, pero biglang umulan. So, sometimes, I remember nung birthday ko, I was supposed to go to Padre Pio. That was 2017. I was supposed to go to Padre Pio in Batangas to just have a self-reflection with my life lang. Ganyan. But, on that day mismo, biglang may storm. Talagang may bagyo na dumating. And I was ready to go out, to leave the house. But, talagang pinigilan ako ni mom na wag na ako umalis kasi may bagyo. So, baka mapahamak pa ako sa Batangas pa. Tapos, malayo. Mag-isa lang ako. Ganun. So, it didn't happen. But, so, it's a detour. Diba? We can consider that as a detour. But, in 2018, on my birthday as well, pumunta ako ng Padre Pio. And, yeah, it was sunny. Sobrang init pa nga. Sobrang opposite. And, it's a fulfilling experience because I think if minadali ko or pinilit ko on that day, siguro mapahamak pa ako, may mangyari pa sa akin, di ba? So, on that, parang God really made that day na bumagyo para hindi ako makapunta because He is planning na mas ma-appreciate ko yung mapupuntahan ko the year after, di ba? Which was very fulfilling talaga. And I was happy and talagang yung prayers ko, wala, ibang klase. So, that detour talaga had to happen. And I'm grateful for it. Diba? So, He's making sure that we are just actually determined to fix our eyes on Him. To be determined that we wanna be with Him in the end of time. Yun lang naman yun eh, diba? Talagang kaya tayo napupunta sa ibang lugar. Kasi syempre with what's happening with the world today, sobrang ang dami nang nangyayari. And kailangan tayong i-shake ni God. We have to be shaken kahit papano with the things that are happening right now. Na parang, wake up, this is the real reality. Diba? World lang yan. It's just nothing. Pero kung isipin mo, it's not gonna be easy, diba, to understand. Pero that's what He is trying to tell us. Diba? Na yun lang din yun. So, I think everything that happened to us, our family, He allowed it to happen. Kasi I remember, guys, until the end, I am just glad that I saw Dad's determination when it comes to relying God. I mean, when it comes to relying on God fully. I can remember I heard him saying na, quote-unquote, tinataya ko na naman yung buhay ko sa'yo, Lord. End quote. Diba? He is determined na he is firmly trusting God in all the operations, in all the pain na nararamdaman niya, until the last minute, he surrendered his life to God. And I think if God allowed na our family will remain happy na sobra nitong year na to, just even before what happened to us in 2020, I think if hindi nangyari ng lahat ng to, I won't be able to appreciate that much our community. I won't appreciate how they are very supportive, how they love us, how they showed parang mafe-feel mo yung love talaga ni God through them eh. Imagine they have given us support since day one, even when Dad was hospitalized pa the first time. And I didn't expect it. Na even the people na hindi naman kilala si Dad or hindi naman sobrang close would pray for him, would support us financially, you know that. So talagang ang laking tulong ng prayers when it comes to emotional and mental health natin, 'di ba? So, iba, di ko ma-appreciate masyado yung community if this didn't happen. I won't also appreciate the I won't appreciate my family and relatives and friends even more. Diba? I won't even know na sobrang daming nagmamahal kay dad. Even his high school batchmates, his college friends, him being known as the popular guy. Diba? So, I won't appreciate that much din na dad is not rich. He is, hindi ko how would I say it? Hindi ko truly maintindihan na God God or daddy is rich actually in God's provision. That God is really taking care of dad kahit na may sakit siya ever since. Grabe. So, most of all, I wouldn't know the true meaning of miracle. Na miracles doesn't always have to be grand. 'Di ba? When we say miracles, dapat wow, galing, solid, grabe, parang ngayon ko lang nakita yun ah. 'Di ba? So parang it made me think of the true meaning of miracle, and experience namin yun as a family na miracles doesn't always have to be grand. That miracles happen every day, no matter how small they are. Diba? Kaya guys, mga koinyosesh, diba? Be grateful for your detours. Thank your detours. And remember, gaano man kadami at gaano man ka-mean or kapangit yung detours nyo na nararanasan natin ngayon, just be determined that God will always be by our side. It will be hard, it will be tough, it will be painful, it will be hurtful, but in the end, His detours are gonna be worth it. Remember that your detours can turn into blessings. And before I leave, I just wanna leave a Bible verse. It's from Romans 8, verse 28. And we know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. And yeah, I guess that wraps up our coin sessions for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to share and let your friends know about coin sessions, guys. And if you're listening right now, tag me on your social media accounts, all right? And once again, this is Coin Sessions with Jolo, and I will talk to you soon. Stay safe and continue to live your life to the fullest. Bye, guys.